Hello students. Today's topic is circulation or transportation. First of all, let us see what is the need of circulation. We have seen in digestion that food is digested, and this digested food is to be transported to all the cells, tissues or the organs of the body. The oxygen which we inhaled needs to be transported to all the cells of the body. The cells produce carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide produced in the cell needs to be exhaled out into the air. The nitrogenous waste produced in the body, they are to be collected and given to the kidneys for excretion. Now, which tissue is going to transport all these materials? The digested food is transported to all the tissues and cells of the body with the help of blood. Oxygen is transported to all the cells, and carbon dioxide is taken from all the cells for inhalation and exhalation respectively. This is done again by transport of blood. Nitrogenous wastes, they are collected from all the parts of the body and taken to the kidneys, and then they are excreted in the form of urine. Again, who collects these nitrogenous waste? Blood. The vitamins, minerals and the hormones, they are taken from their glands or the organs, and then they are transported to the target organs. Again, for that we require a connective tissue, fluid connective tissue, that is called blood, and these are the major activities for which a circulation or transportation is required. This is why do we need a circulatory system, or what is the need of circulation and transportation in the body. The circulatory system, in this circulatory system we will study about three major topics. First is blood, second is blood vessels, and the third is heart. Now, blood is the fluid connective tissue which consists of two major parts. The first part is the liquid which is called plasma, and then in this plasma there are various cells, and these cells are called corpuscles. The plasma is the liquid part of the blood, and it consists of 90 to 99% of water. There are present various proteins, dissolved proteins in it. There are present amino acids, there are present glucose, various minerals, they are present. There are present electrolytes. The electrolytes present are sodium ions, chloride ions and the potassium ions, bicarbonate ions. These are the major ions present in the blood plasma. And the blood minus the soluble proteins in it, अगर हम ये प्रोटीन्स को ब्लड में से निकाल दें तो दिस इज कॉल्ड सीरम. Now, the corpuscles present in the blood, they are of three types: red blood cells or red blood corpuscles, there are white blood cells or white blood corpuscles, and third is the platelets. Now, RBCs, they are oval or biconvex in shape. RBCs are the cells which are enucleated, means they are without nucleus, and they contain a red colored pigment called hemoglobin. There is no nucleus in the mammalian cells except the camel. Only the RBCs of camel, they have the nucleus. And the rest of the mammals, their RBCs are enucleated. They contain a red colored pigment called hemoglobin, and because of this hemoglobin the blood appears red. The number of RBCs is 4.5 to 5 million per cubic millimeter of blood in females, and this number is 5 to 5.5 million per cubic millimeter of blood in males. Lifespan of RBC is 120 days. RBCs are formed in bone marrow, and what is the major function of RBCs? That is transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Oxygen and carbon dioxide, they combine with hemoglobin of RBC, and then they are transported to various cells and vice versa, like we have done in transport of gases. Now